Hey guys, what's up? And happy Easter to everyone. This is Viper Strike 95 here, and today, um, yeah, it's a surprise to see me here on stream today. I'm just gonna probably tell you this, but yesterday was kind of a messy day. I'll talk about it later, why that's the case. But it's great to have everyone here today. We're overhead here at Sanford International Airport, Louisville International Airport at Centerford Field here in Louisville today. Welcome. This is my home city. It's great to have everyone here, and this is going to be something a bit different than I'm usually going to be doing. Before all this, I never really done very much of this before, so this is new. Yeah, we're going to be doing, as the title suggests, we are doing a cargo run from UPS Airport here in Louisville. So, where are we going to be heading off today? Well, we're going to be following this flight path here. Let me go ahead and show the little map. What I'm talking about here. Just hide the flight plan for a little bit. It's going to be a bit bigger, but let me go ahead and post this. Let me make this a little bigger. Nice and big for you guys to see. So we're going to take off here from KSDF, Kilo Sierra Delta Foxtrot. We're going to take a departure from runway 17 right. Follow our departure through Fedra. Then we go into waypoint Ohagi, down to Winna, Notu, Wallet. Then we hit the VOR at AMG at Alma. Then we'll follow this 202 miles down and we start making our approach from Bow. We'll lose our altitude, get into Surfer. Then we follow through the Alana approach, and finally we'll reach to our ILS approach to runway 18 right at Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar, Orlando International Airport, a handcrafted airport for the base edition of the sim. And that would be our flight for today. Yeah, the former Sanford International, and it's now known as Muhammad Ali International, named after Louisville's most prestigious and proud son. And this airport, you can actually get this from FS Dream Team. So let's overlook this airport for a little bit before we get started. So over here is one of the 4 assembly plants here. Here at the airport, here is the 4 assembly plant. There's another one further down the city. Over here. And there is the UPS hub with the proud UPS. We're representing that for today. We got quite a few of the airliners here. I got a few ground aircraft spawned in. This all right here, this big, huge area here, this, guys, is Worldport. Let me show you what Worldport is. So Worldport, for those who don't know, is quite the major, it's the UPS World Hub here. It's around 5.2 million square feet, which is the size of 80 football fields. American football fields, and is capable of handling over 115 packages per second, or 416,000 per hour. And it has over 220,000 employees work here, making it the largest employer not just in the city of Louisville, but the state of Kentucky. And the facility serves all the company's major international domestic hubs and mainly handles the express and international packages and letters. Quite a pretty cool thing. And then a little bit about the airport here at Sanford. It was opened back in 1947 as a civil military airport, and is known as a port of entry for cargo flights for obvious reasons. With over 5.7 billion pounds of cargo passed through 2019, it is the 4th busiest in the world, behind only Memphis, Shanghai, Hong Kong as well. Those are the only 3 more busier than Louisville. It's also home to the 123rd Air National Guard here, which are located over here. Here's the 130th Air National Guard. is located right here. Here is the Air National Guard. They brought out their C-130s. If only Captain Sim wasn't making those C-130, I would be excited. But C-130, I actually got to fly, I got to actually be in one of them as a passenger. I mean, they're really, really impressive planes. They can even take off in short fields if you really want them to. They have great takeoff performance. The range is quite good. But yeah, they're your all capable military transport planes. Very good at what they do. And this is the main civilian terminal is right up here. Is the civilian terminal here at Sanford. Here is the main civilian terminal. This is where you see a lot of your civilian planes. They usually get loaded up here. And here's the main aircraft terminal. Now, if you want to get this airport, let's do scenery. Oh, whoops. No, but the airport link is actually in my Discord. My apologies. Let me go ahead and fix this. You can get this on Sim Market for 10 US dollars, which is pretty cheap for a third-party airport. But it's actually a really nice airport. But it's a nice airport here. Let me go ahead and recheck the scenery. Here it is. Yeah, this is FS. This is Louisville Sanford, and I gotta say, it looks really good, and it looks just like the normal airport. It looks just like the normal airport. Yeah, from these terminals, exactly. But now let's get back to our plane. So what plane did I take for today? Well, for this flight, we are going to take the Boeing 747. Guys, yes, Viper is flying a jumbo jet. It's the classic 747 fleet. This is the 747 Intercontinental. The livery for this, let me go ahead and pull this up. The livery for this plane is from Mugs, and it is to model the freighter version, the normal or salty. It's just the normal one. I'm not really into airliners, but Captain Art, good to have you here. Hola, good to have you here. You know, here's the thing, Captain Art. I'm usually flying GA planes, but I wanted to branch out something a little different for today since I didn't have any of the notes for my normal streams. I wanted to do something completely different. But it's great to have you in chat. I hope you're doing great. So, so a bit of background. My streams for the first time. The Salty's more realistic, yeah. But like I said, I don't usually fly the airliners, so I'm okay with the base version. But that being said, if I was more airliners, I would have used the Salty version. But I'm more of a GA pilot, if you can understand about that, for general aviation. So let's talk about the 747 800 model. The 800 model 747 is the largest variant of all, is one of the newest and most modern variants of the 747. It's a wide body, and they actually stretched the fuselage of this thing 18 feet. This makes it now the biggest of the 747s. It's huge in comparison to all the rest. It's powered by the same turbofans that the 787 Dreamliner have. This gives it a really good fuel efficiency as well. And it can carry around, it can take off at a weight of 975,000 pounds, which makes it the heaviest Boeing airliner. And if in the freighter version, which is the one we're flying today, this thing can carry up to 302,000 pounds or 137 tons over 4,000 nautical miles, which is insane. I mean, it's insane. And the airliner version can also carry over 400 passengers. Around almost 8,000 nautical miles. It's insane. This thing has insane range. And the freighter version, in fact, UPS is actually the largest operator of the freighter version in the world. So definitely very cool plane itself. And for guys who don't know, the 747 is the classic jumbo jet. It's about as iconic as it comes. But yeah, Monks did a great job, and this livery looks amazing. So let's go ahead and put this back into here. So this is the 747 cockpit. If you're familiar with flying airliners, this is what the cockpit looks like. I'm still a little new, which is why I'm flying the basic version. I try to ease my way into this. So let's get the checklist started. So I've already put my flight plan here. I've already completed the... I don't know if I'm the only one I hate to see the cargo livery. It's not realistic out there. It's full of good people who report aircraft with default cabin. Yeah, but there is no freighter version in the game, Captain Mark, so that's probably why. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the battery switch. Let's turn this thing on. Put the cover. Set that to auto. Check. External power will be turned on. Set it to on. External power is on. Check. We go to the APU select. I'm going to start on, and we'll wait for the generator switch to have the lit. We need to wait. Okay, we need to wait till it's available. Exactly. Yeah, the 787 freight version. That's probably correct. There could be a 787 freight version. It just hasn't come. Okay. Available's on, so we turn on both the APU generators. We turn on all the fuel switch pumps. All of them are on. We turn every one of these on. There you go, and then we turn on the beacon lights. Much. I know this is a simplified compared to the salty one, but I mean, to be fair, I'm still new. So I'm going to go ahead and implement the flight plan for today before we start our plane. But they can do what someone made the 700-400 with the M40 FSX. Why do they do the same thing? Good question. I think I'm not really the airliner sort of things. So we're going to go ahead and do our departure and arrival first. We're actually going to do our route. So origin is going to be Kilo, Sierra, Delta, Foxtrot. Check. Then we do Orlando's airport, which is Kilo, Mike, Charlie, Oscar. Destination. Okay, that looks good. We're going to do our departure. KSDF. We're gonna go with Fedra 5. Take it off from runway gonna take a second. Runway 17 right. Do you have a 339? Do you have the 339? If you mean the aeronautics, we go to route. Execute. There you go. We go back to our legs, make sure this is right. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. We'll go back to route data. Then from Ohagi, we're going to put in Winna. W-I-N-A. Then from Winna, we're going to go to Node 2. N-O-T-W-O. Then we're going to do Wallet. W-A-L-E. We're going to click this one. Then we're going to go to the VUR AMG. I don't have the Airbus 330 yet. But I might get it in the future. I don't know. It depends on how much I spend time with the airliners. Okay, that looks good. Then from AMG, we're going to go head back to our departure. Now we're going to go back to our arrival. We're going to go with, we need to go with our ALNA 1. And we're going to go with ILS 18 route. That looks pretty good with the Colt transmission. Route. Execute. Boom. We go back to our route thing again. Let's see if it does, if it's put into it yet. It should probably take a second to get the route loaded. Okay, next page, next page. Yep, that was good. That looks great. Okay, it's free, so yeah. So I only have the defaults. The reason is simple, because I usually fly general aviation planes, Captain Art. So all my planes are usually GA. That being said, I'm probably going to get the PMDG 737 soon. So I'm probably going to get that when it comes out. So at least I have a payware airliner. So I'll get the 737. Okay, idle, good. EPU bleed must be set to on. It's already on. The bleed switches will be turned on. And then we just pull the start switch. The start switch is actually on the bottom here of a 747. It's actually right here. I'm going to go ahead and wait. Start switch. The start switch is actually up here. My apologies. We start the engine here. We pull, and then we're going to change the fuel to run. And we're going to monitor the engine for a bit. 0.4, 0.6. It looks good. So that looks pretty good. Monitor, make sure the monitor parameters are pretty good. Hey, good to have you here, Sky Command. Thanks for coming here today. The engine's good. I think the monitor looks pretty good. I think we could repeat the same procedure for the other 3 engines. So let's go ahead and turn on those other 3 engines. 1, 2, 3. Run, run, run. We can turn on all those engines too. And we just repeat the procedure. We're just gonna wait till the engines get fully started. Get to the 23.2, which should be pretty good. So yes, Sky Command, Viper's actually flying a airliner. It's pretty crazy to think about. I'm flying an airliner, but UPS is very close for me because I'm from the area. So it should get up to pretty good. That looks good. We can now turn off the APU select, which is up here. APU start is off. And we turn on all the other lights. We turn on our taxi lights and our one-way lights. Why don't you like flying airliner? The reason I'm usually a GA pilot because I prefer the slower planes. Don't get me wrong, I definitely enjoy the airliners. I do like them. It's just general aviation is where it's at for me, and my community is all about GA. So, we're going to turn on the wing lights, strobe lights. Okay, all those are on. And now we can get taxiing. So I got this pushback helper from, well, parking brake is off. I can actually pre-plan the pushback if I really want to. Let's... And we can push back like this. Actually, I don't want to pre-plan. I'll just do the main...
Cockpit to ground. This is ground. Stand by.
Before we do it, I'm going to probably load in some cargo, if you guys don't mind. So I'm going to put around 75%. And our cargo looks pretty good. I think our cargo looks good. See, guys, preparation is the hard part. Getting everything set up is the hard part. But going back to you, Captain CP and Art, the reason I don't really, it's not that I don't like flying airliners. I get the most enjoyment from flying the generation planes, the GA stuff, because it's a more experienced way of flying.
All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. Please set parking brakes. The parking brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback.
So we're going to go ahead and push back.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake. Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the...
Do you know the AIG mod?
Start in the sequence.
The AIG mod that oh, it's the traffic model matching. That's what it is. I could get it. I do know about it. I don't really use it. I haven't used it. But yeah, I've seen the model matching thing. I could get in the future if I ever do like this airliner sort of thing. But yeah, I've heard about it. It's even useful for Viva. Ooh, okay. I might be able to consider that then. Okay. And I think we can enter a pushback here. Pushback's looking good. And I think we can press the end of pushback. Well, stop.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Okay. That's our pushback. Our pushback's complete. So we're now going to be heading our way to runway 17 right. So let's go ahead and carve this thing up a bit. So We're not going to turn right. We're going to actually turn right. Not this upcoming one, but the next one. Turn right. Not keep throttle. But yeah, but thank you for pointing that out, Captain Mark. I probably could get in the near future. But thank you for helping me out. Okay. I see friends all, my good friend. Good to have you here, friends all. Taking the mixed simple. Turning right. Hey, MSF044. Good to have you here. I don't have the salty mod, unfortunately. This is just a default, but like I said, I don't really fly airliners, didn't really need the salty mod. I mean, if I was more into the pilot of airliners, I probably could. Okay. If you like the one, you'll fly more airliner. Yeah, I would. If I fly more airliners, I would definitely get the fly-by-wire A320. That would definitely be certain. Yeah, I seen Tojo Murphy fly those on Thursdays. The fly-by-wire A320. I might get my hands on it myself. So thank you for pointing that out. I forgot. I probably need to get a fly-by-wire A320 at some point. Okay, that looks good. Okay, that should look good. I'm going to set my airspeed to around 240 knots. I am going to arm the auto throttle. Auto throttle is armed. So I'm going to go ahead and get to 10,000 feet first. Get the trim, and we're ready to take off. The Salty Mod's a game changer. Yep. I could get this first. Oh wait. Before I see Capinar and Kappa Stick. I need to wait for them to get off. I'm sorry. I'm waiting for you guys to get set up then. My apologies. I'm using the 777F with my custom livery. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, it's hard to believe this. Viper is actually flying an airliner. Some of you guys can't even believe that I'm actually flying an airliner. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm actually currently wearing my FSA t-shirt. I won this from the Two-Toe Murphy Lane Challenge. So it says, I paused my flight sim to be here. So, I like this t-shirt. It's got the airspeed stuff at 38,000 feet. Like I said, I want to learn something. So guys, if you want to know, what I'm streaming here today, it's because, unfortunately, I got really bad news. So, I was supposed to be heading to my cruise today. Normally I would have been on my cruise ship. However, my flight was delayed by by a couple of hours. My flight was originally from 9:30. It was now at 1 o'clock. And we would have arrived in Orlando about 3. Well, the problem is, at 3 would have been my cruise ship, and I would have missed it. So, unfortunately, we had to cancel, and we couldn't find any other people to fly at the time we need to Orlando. So we had to not only cancel the flight, we had to refund the flight and the cruise ship. So, at least I'm back home, and at least we didn't have to lose our luggage. So that's pretty good. So I'm very lucky to be here. So I decided, and since I didn't get any notes for my normal streams, I had to actually create some notes for today. I felt this Sunday was truly unexpected, so I wanted to do something unexpected here. In Fly to UPS, we have Captain Art, Snapdog 50. We have Cockpit Stick, Friend to All. It's great to have you guys actually here today. I really appreciate it. Some new faces here. I like that we all have new faces here. So I really appreciate the new face. I really do. If you like what you see your content, don't be afraid to smash the follow button. I would really, really appreciate it. I also do have my own Discord. I have my own Discord as well, known as the Snake Pit. And I'm also the official resident researcher of the Two-Tone Murphy community. Usually my streams are all about GA stuff with the emphasis on education, meaning you get to learn about the places we fly. So this one's going to be a bit different, but I'm really excited. But man, look at the jumbo jet. It's Here's the thing. The 747, when you compare it to a small Cessna, I mean, you could definitely see the size difference. It's insane. I'm believing after this flight will be, I think you know the funny thing? Oh, what's the funny thing about it, Captain Art? I see you with the Atlas Air 747-8F. Oh, really? Oh yeah, Atlas Air is another cargo airliner. Yeah, they're one of the other cargo airliners. They're from New York. They started in the 90s, and they also have the 747 F2. And apparently, from what my research, I just figured out about Atlas 747. They will receive the last 747 ever built, which will be built this year. That's kind of interesting. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get I think everyone's ready to take off. I'm gonna go ahead and get the throttle work to 80%. Let's put it here. Let's go. Let's do this, guys. Let's take off. Yeah, TKS, the AIG. Under 4 knots, 110. And we'll be off. And we are off. Push the throttle. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the autopilot. Flight director. LNAV. Turn on the auto throttle. And we're going to do the cruise speed. We're going to go up by 2,500 feet. We'll be heading to 10,000. Actually, I'm going to reduce the speed to 230. Now, the reason we don't go above 250 at 10,000 feet is regulation reasons. We're not really allowed to be at 250 knots. Just, man, I love this color. The UPS brown is just really cool. Hey, Infidel Fireman, good to have you here. So yes, it's me flying this thing. Out of my home airport, my home international airport, Louisville International. So joining us is Cockpit. We'll have Captain VL. Yeah, it's a Kikna. But no, I wanted to do something different today, Infidel. I wanted to do something a little different today. So, since it was unexpectedly, I could have prepared a GA flight, but I decided to do something with GA. Do something different. I mean, Merv has his Thursday streams when he flies A320, so I wanted to do something that is personal for me. So I wanted to take the good old 747. The good old Boeing 747. We're into all copper stick. I'm not going to go super fast. I'll try to keep it somewhat slow, because not every one of you can go that fast. That's cool. I had Windows at the install flight. No! Oh no! Oh no, CI Cowboy, no! Oh, that's... Oh, if it don't fire in, that sucks. That sucks, man. I don't even have to tell you that. Good morning, CI Cowboy. Good to have you here. Yes, I'm doing well. I am actually flying the UPS 747 freighter from Louisville to Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar Orlando International. And we're doing a UPS cargo run. Apparently, we're shipping some cargo from. We're mainly sending letters and stuff, and very important packaging for Disney. So we're going to be sending them the packages here from Sanford. It is very different. I can tell you this much, CI Cowboy. This is quite different from all my other flights. It's way different from all the other kind of flights I've ever done. Usually, all my other flights are GA planes. So an airliner is completely new for me, but I'm actually very excited to try something different. Oh yeah, you're hauling mouse food. No. I'm hauling clothing and all this sort of stuff from Disney. I'm hauling like clothes, merchandise, and everything from China. We're going to be taking it to Orlando for the theme parks. So Captain R, Copper Stick, we actually have those guys here. So I'm going to go ahead and get back, and we're now going to go, now that we're 10,000 feet, we're going to head to our altitude. I believe 35,000 feet sounds pretty good. You love the, not 35,000. Yeah, we're going to go around 30, we're going to go 35,000 feet. Select altitude. We're going to go back to 2,500 feet. 2,500. And we can crank up the speed to, let's go 260 knots, since we can go above that now at over 10,000 feet. So let's go 200. We really need the MD-80 model for air traffic, but one by day. Yeah, that'll definitely be really nice too. The MD-80, it's a McDonnell Douglas airline. It's their single aisle airliner, I believe. Whoa, overspeed, whoops. 240. It was overspeed. I need to reduce throttle. It's okay. The Mad Dog. Yep. The Mad Dog MD-80. Yeah, especially for Vincent, the Mad Dog. Kind of a crazy airline history. That plane's been quite a few accidents. The MD-80. Apparently, there's been quite a few accidents with fatalities. Apparently, there's also some hull losses in the planes, and there's been quite a few of them in the recent years, including October 19th of this past year, crashed on takeoff from Houston Executive. And it caused loss of their hull, and it killed and all that stuff. There were some major hull losses, and there were some major fatalities with the accidents. So yeah, that was kind of a big deal. Hey, Makazi, what are you flying today? Let me tell you something about today. It's this big boy. It's a UPS 747. Yes, Viper is flying a jumbo jet. Oh. Oh yeah, I still have the flaps on. Oops. It's a 747-8 freighter from UPS, United Parcel Service, from their airlines. We took off here from Louisville, Kentucky, my home international airport, and we're heading our way to Orlando. So if you don't want to fly airliners, you can always fly the business jets. Those are always more than welcome. Or you can take them, or if you want something even smaller, you can take one of the fighter jets if you really want. Yeah. Your flaps are down. Oh, howdy, Viper. Hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm having a great Sunday, too. It's nice to actually do something a little different today. Yeah, the BD5 would work. I was wondering now I got overspeed. Now I can bump up the speed. 260 knots. Let's climb up to 260. The BD5 would work, too. Yep. Man, this has been very exciting for all you guys. I'm really liking this a lot. So we're going up to, we're now going to reach one of our waypoints. And look at this. There's copper stick in the 787 Dreamliner. That plane is pretty cool. I heard there could be a freighter version of it. I don't know if it's going to come now, but in the future. It is there is a proposal for a freighter version. And I bet if that comes out, I expect UPS to buy more than a few of those. But yeah, the 787 is quite an interesting plane. It's had a few issues with the batteries and some operational issues, but not really any accidents though. So far. And those things have crazy range. The 787-8 in the sim could go almost over 7,500 nautical miles. Did you do the whole programming part manually? I did, Mikaze. I went through the whole programming thing manually. I manually did the approach. I manually did all the waypoints. Splasher 6, good to have you here, my good friend Splasher. I'm doing great. So I decided to stream something different. As you can see, I'm in a double jet. Now I think I would do the cargo version only for the new 777. I believe there is a cargo version of that, I believe. Yeah, there is a 77 freighter. There's been quite a few orders. UPS, FedEx, and GE Capital Aviation Services are usually doing it. They're usually the people who do want this. Is this your first stream in the Gigna? It is. It is Splasher 6. It is my first stream in the Gigna. It's hard to believe this. And yes, this is also on live weather, guys. I wanted to make this as realistic as I can. I know I'm not really super skilled with the Gikna. Oh, by the way, guys, if you don't know what I mean about Gikna, in the Toontown Murphy community, Gikna is what we call the airliner, the jumbo jet airliners. It's called Gikna. So that's if you see the term Gikna in the chat, it's because of that. So yeah. Oh, the 7710, cool. So for this one, I'm gonna probably wait until we get to top of the altitude. Yeah, this is the 747-8 cockpit. They actually got quite a few people operating here. Usually there's backup pilots in case if something ever happens. So numbers looking good. Numbers look good. Deep turn for an airliner. I set to 2,500 feet. I guess I can always lower it down. If it's steep turn, well, yeah, it's a Murph turn. Yep. Steep turn for an airliner is a copper stick. Good to have you here. It is steep. I did 2,500 feet per minute. No, the one you just did. Yeah, that was kind of steep, but it was kind of following the direction of the airliner. But it's still pretty interesting that I'm doing. So let me go ahead and give you guys some shout outs. There are a few shouts to some amazing people here today. CI Cowboy, a couple weeks ago, he did the Tropic Thunder event of 2022 in March. That was an awesome event he did. And CI Cowboy also streams here on Twitch. He does a lot of the GA stuff that I do a lot too. As well, we actually have my good friend, one of my closest friends in the community, a really awesome guy, Splasher6. If you guys haven't checked out Splasher6, amazing guy, a great friend of the community. He's been almost in every single of my streams. And he makes some great flight sim content. He does the Pan American Highway either Mondays on Tuesdays, and he does his Friday Fun Flights on Fridays. And Saturday afternoons, he currently is doing his Italy tour. So, definitely check out Splasher6. The 35,000 feet should be the max altitude. I'm trying not to go super fast, so everyone gets a chance to catch up. Thank you for that. No worries. No worries, Copper Stick, and no worries, Splasher6. You're a great friend of the community. I really appreciate you being here. Man, I can't believe all you guys. There's quite a lot of you would expect to see me in an airliner. But no, I'm actually happy you guys are checking me out today, even though I'm flying it. Can I show you my livery? Here's the thing, Captain Art. You can actually go to my Discord. I have a Discord here, Captain Art, and you can show me your livery if you want to. And if you guys haven't followed my channel, don't be afraid to smash that follow button. If you guys haven't, if you like guys like you see, I'm not forcing you to follow, but if you guys really do like what you see and enjoy it, don't be afraid to smash that follow button. But yeah, you can show me your livery in my Discord, so you're more than welcome to share it there. So, I think this might be a good time now that we're reaching 35,000 feet. We should be reaching here at 430 knots. Well, not really the fastest airspeed. I didn't want to go too fast for today. Okay, 33,000. So there now, for all you guys who are new to my stream, I do these every single week, every single stream, and that is my research stuff. It's something I set it on Twitch. Oh, you have a whisper. Let me get up my stream manager. My stream manager's up here somewhere. Let me open up my stream manager. Okay, Okay, I now just got your message. That's the Air Italia. That's the Air Italia livery. If I remember correctly, Air Italia, recently had some bankruptcy issues. They actually went bankrupt, and they actually ceased their operations October 15th of last year, and then 2021. It ended up being extremely unprofitable for the last couple of years, and it was once the largest airline in Italy and the flag carrier. So yeah, and the fleet actually went out of business. And as a result, after the events, they transferred all their fleet to ITA Airways, or Italia Transporter Airways. So that's kind of the story. But thanks, CPNR, for sending me the whisper. So this guy's here is UPS Airlines. So for all you guys who don't know, so UPS Airlines is currently based here in Louisville. They are a subsidiary of the United Parcel Service, which was founded back in 1907. The UPS Airlines was launched in 1988. In terms of cargo flown, it is the second largest cargo airline worldwide in terms of volume flown around the world. The only cargo group that has had more than UPS is actually FedEx, which is based in Memphis, which isn't far from Louisville. In 2020, they shipped over 14,371 million pounds of cargo, which is well over 1 billion pounds of cargo, which is pretty insane. Now they fly to 815 destinations worldwide, and which is pretty crazy. I think they fly from all around the world. They can even go as far as Shanghai, Europe, Asia, Latin, South America. I mean, they fly everywhere. Especially in the U.S. as well. Now, their main hub here is at Kilo Sierra Delta Foxtrot, Louisville International, is their main hub, which is Worldport. Well, Italia change is now called Italia Airways. Ah, got it. I was wondering what that was. Thank you for pointing that out. In line with the passenger airlines, it is under the spoke hub model, where traffickers plan organized routes and spokes to a central hub. And in that case, the hub is here in Louisville International, where the Worldport happens. So the history of UPS Airlines goes all the way back to the late 1920s with by transporting packages in air, similar to that of the U.S. Postal Service, and they often were transported as baggage on commercial airline flights, and many of those packages were shipped by the classic Ford Trimotors, and they were from United Airlines, and they did that from 1929 until Black Tuesday, and with the Great Depression, the air service continued in the end of 1931. However, the air service led to an expansion beyond the West Coast, as the company moved operations from Oakland to New York City and established operations in other regions as well. And then after the Second World War, the UPS revised the idea of shipping packages in the air, and started in 1953, there was a 2-day delivery, service that was offered from coast to coast called Blue Label Air, and it became really popular because of its speed, created enough demand to maintain a profit, and that led all the way to the 1970s, where UPS started its first international operations as it got into Canada. It expanded to West Germany, and as it became an international company, it didn't really access to its own cargo aircraft became more of an issue, and that's because compared to its competitor FedEx, which had their own fleet of jets, FedEx had to rely didn't have it of its own. It was contracted. Thanks to the Airline Deregulation Act in 1978, UPS got an opportunity to establish its own airline, and it required fewer legislative hurdles. So in the 1980s, UPS opened its first major hub here in Louisville. Now, I know a lot of you thinking, Viper, why did they pick Louisville, Kentucky? Couldn't they pick anywhere else in the country to pick? Well, there's actually good reason they picked Louisville. They picked Louisville because, while it's still in the Eastern Time Zone, it's the westernmost point of the Eastern Time Zone. And its location also is great because it is accessible across the majority of the contiguous U.S., the lower 48, in less than 3 hours. In contrast, hey, good to have you here. Captain Ark, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming by my stream. I really do appreciate it. As well, UPS often has its fleet of contractors, include Evergreen International Airlines and all that. Interstate Airlines, Ryanair, but not the Ryanair we know of, Ryan International Airlines, and Ryanair. And through the contractors, UPS moves packages using a fleet of commercial aircraft converted to freighters. So they flew 727-100 models, 727-200s, the Douglas DC-8s, and the Boeing 747-100 models. So, and then in 1985, they opened their second distribution facility in Anchorage, Alaska. And similar to Louisville, Anchorage is just great geographically because it's accessible to 90% of the industrialized world in less than 9.5 hours. I mean, you can easily get to... It's mainly great for getting to Asia. A lot of the Asian places you can fly within 9.5 hours, but also some of the European stuff. And then in 1986, they got service rights in Japan by entering a joint venture with DHL. And after the end of the contract flights, UPS Airlines was founded in 1988 and now serves 41 countries as well. And the company starts with US, Canada, Asia, and Europe. And they updated their fleets. They got the F-27 quiet freighter conversion as well. And they now open up new hubs like in Rockford, Illinois, the Rockford International Airport, Philadelphia, and secondary hubs in Dallas, Columbia, South Carolina, and Ontario, California. The 2000s, they expanded the fleet even further by they expanded the flight network in the fleet. As a result, for example, they expanded the Worldport to now be over 5.2 million square feet, which is huge. It's 80 football fields. They also updated their fleet by purchasing 13 of the McDonnell Douglas MD-11s. And they also converted the A300s to have modern avionics. And apparently, UPS actually bought the A380-800Fs, which is the world's largest passenger airline, but they bought the freighter version of it. So they actually bought those. And it only entered service from 2010 to 2012. They also doubled the size of its 767 fleet. And they bought even more MD-11s and 747-400 models. Finally, in the 2010s, there was a furlough of the agreement between the Independent Pilot Association and the company, and it led to lots of furloughs and changes under the recession. And then UPS and the IPA agreed to a new 5-year contract in 2016. And they quickly modernized the fleet of the 767s. They also bought 14 747-8 freighters with an option of 14 more, which they did. And this led them to their longest ever flight from UPS Airlines, flying nonstop from Louisville to Dubai International Airport, nearly 6,700 miles. I mean, it's one thing to fly from New York to Dubai. It's another thing flying from Louisville to Dubai. And they even flew this thing around the world, then flying it from Dubai to Shenzhen, China, then from China to Anchorage, then Anchorage back to Louisville. It's pretty insane about UPS Airlines. So I hope you guys like that. A bit of a history lesson of UPS Airlines. Bit of its history. So let's get back to our cockpit. Look at this, cockpit 6 in formation with the with the airliner. I actually can't believe it. You're actually in formation with the airliner's cockpit 6. That is extremely impressive. TP Nart, I see you way up there in the distance. Pretty cool. I mean, seriously, thank you guys so much for coming today. So pretty awesome one here as well. So currently, let me go back to my little nav map. My flight plan, it's different. No worries, CP Nard. No worries. I came up with the flight plan during, I was on Sim Brief, and I wanted to create a flight plan for the cargo run. So, currently right now, we just passed Winna. We're heading down Tennessee. We're going to be heading to our next waypoint of Notu, which isn't far from Atlanta. Also, guys, one more thing about Atlanta. Atlanta International, the busiest airport in the U.S. and one of the top 2 busiest airports on the planet. As well, so that's where we're heading up to now. I mean, yeah, it's pretty crazy here today. I mean, what a crazy flight. I mean, but no, I'm having a lot of fun here today. This is great. I guess I can pick up a little more speed. Let's change from 260. Let's head to 280 knots. Adjust the auto throttle, and we're going to 280. Click. And watch me pick up speed. So yeah, this is my new t-shirt, guys, if you haven't seen it. It's from Flight Sim Association. It's from when I won the contest. Definitely pretty cool. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this flight here. But yeah, this is pretty cool. Like, and by the way, I'm definitely getting my hands on that PMDG 737. I'm definitely getting my hands on that one. I mean, most of the passenger planes I fly is Southwest Airlines and the 737, so this should be pretty much a plane I know very well. And I think, like I said earlier, it's just nice to do something a bit different for today. So, a bit about some news. So, some pretty important news. from Flight Sim's associate Flight Sim MSFS add-ons, there's quite a bit of news. Just Flight and Bluebird are have more images of the 757 Boeing, which UPS does fly. Then the Concorde's going to be on Xbox. The GB is going to get a massive update to the plane. Then India Fox Echo is releasing their Sukhoi Su-31 acrobatic plane. And then finally, the Hogwarts Express was released a couple days ago, developed by our very own Jefferson 2001, who is an amazing designer. He makes some excellent scenery. I mean, he's the one who made Casement Aerodrome. He's made that, and then he released an amazing payware airport, Falcon Field, which, in my opinion, is one of the best payware airports you can buy. And now he made his first other scenery. And he made the Hogwarts train, which in real life operates from Scotland, and they built the train through the Glenfinnan Aqueduct. And I got to see it on Two John Murphy's stream, and that thing looks absolutely awesome. It looks amazing. Absolutely love it. It's just fantastic. Hey, 2004 Harley Davidson just followed. Good to have you here. Thank you for following the channel. I appreciate you coming by. I hope you're having a good day so far, like I am. Howdy from Minnesota. From Minnesota. Good to have you here, 2004 Harley Davidson. I actually know someone from Minnesota. She was my whole high school aide back in high school. She was born and raised in Minnesota. So I'm pretty well aware. Minnesota, definitely a very, very cool state. It's got a lot of history from Scandinavian. A lot of people immigrated to Minnesota from Scandinavia, so you see a lot of Scandinavian culture permeate through Minnesota. Mm-hmm. It's also the homeland of the land of 10,000 lakes, because of all the different lakes in the area. Cool, like -40 degrees. Yeah, Minnesota gets a lot of snow. They do. They get lots and lots of snow. Okay, so if you guys see those big cluster name tags, well, if we see those big clusters, it's because we're heading near Atlanta, which is the hub of Delta Airlines. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, it's beautiful out here today. Hawaii weather's cool with all the clouds. It's nice to be above the clouds for once. Hey, FSTP Involvement, good to have you here. What is your speed? If you look at the top left, and this is my speed, my IAS is 279 knots, cruising at 480 knots true airspeed. My indicated airspeed is 280. So it's not even fast enough to go over speed, but it's slow enough that most of you all can probably catch up. So there you go. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Vomit. It's a new stream for me. So, but it's great to have all the new people here. Sunday flight from Minnesota St. Paul International to Duluth. Ah, cool. Duluth, Minnesota, definitely a very, definitely a pretty cool place. It's basically a city on the shanks of Lake Superior. It's home to a lot of fishing and all that. Fishing's popular. It's also got quite a bit of aviation history too, from what I've researched. One of those was the Lark of Duluth, which became the world's first heavier-than-air airline service. And while it wasn't a commercial success, it still paved the way for commercial aviation in the world. And there's even a replica that was built. It actually flew here in Duluth. Pretty cool. And there's home to several multinational aviation corporations here. Cirrus Aircraft manufacture planes here in Duluth, which includes the SR-22 and the Vision SF-50. There's also Kestrel Aircraft making their K-350 turboprop plane, and they now know as One Aviation. And then it's also home to the Air National Guard 148th Fighter Wing. So yeah, it turns out Duluth has a lot of aviation history. Gotta say betcha after each sentence. No worries. Hey, Kaharia, good to have you here. Gigna in the stars and with diamonds. Good to have you here, Kaharia. Kaharia is a great friend to the community. Hey, FS Expo RT, great to have you here. So, for those who don't know, RT is from Flight Sim Expo. He's Evan from Flight Sim Association. He works on Flight Sim Expo. So, he is the one who gave me this T-shirt after winning the contest. So I told him I wanted to show off the T-shirt to him. So here you go. I paused my Flight Sim to be here today. See, we're 250, around 38,000 feet. So I'm in the UPS. I'm in the UPS 747-800 series freighter. We're heading to Orlando, Florida. We're delivering some Disney gear and merchandise that were shipped over from China to Orlando. So that's what we're doing here today, guys. Now, this is a bit of new for me. Is this the salty one or the default? Since I'm still getting used to airliners, it's just the default. I'm using the default until I get good enough to fly the salty version. But great question though. There is the salty simulations one, and I probably could get in the near future. I'm just more of a general aviation pilot, but I wanted to try something different for today. Yeah, no worries, Evan. Yeah, we're doing some UPS stuff, which is really cool. And I mean, I'm really liking all the new faces here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm mostly a GA guy, but maybe if this gets to be really popular, I might do an airliner flight once a month or something. Just to do something different, which I think is great. Maybe I could be someone who could be both. I mean, Two Cats often flies the DC-6, which is technically an airliner. It's a propeller-driven airliner, but it's still an airliner. And then obviously Fabio flies everything. But yeah, I'm doing great, Kaharia. Kaharia, I'm doing great. Today has been a great day for me. Kaharia, I hope you had a fantastic stream yesterday. I know you had a great stream. Now, of course, we see all those nameplates up here. That is Atlanta International. Very, very busy to hear. It's a very busy airport. I mean, Atlanta International, they fly so many destinations here. It's pretty insane how many planes fly out of that. It's insane. It is, after all, historically, it is the main hub of Delta. But they fly all sorts of things. Delta Airlines flies literally everywhere in the United States and even some places around the world. Southwest flies here from Louisville. United Airlines flies here. Air France flies there from Paris. British Airways can fly there from Heathrow. Like, they fly everywhere, and it's even one for cargo, because UPS operates here too. They actually fly to Hartsfield-Jackson here too. But we're decided to head to Orlando instead, which is actually the top domestic route in for Hartsfield-Jackson. So pretty crazy stuff. That is the airport right here again in 2021. It is. That and Orlando flight for that title. Yeah, that and O'Hare are the two busiest in the country. They always fly there every single year. That's wow. Very, very busy airport. Yeah, those are two really busy places. And actually, and O'Hare's busy too. And just recently, I think it was the U.S. Board update that Hartsfield-Jackson's now a handcrafted airport. Which, I mean, to be fair, it should be a handcrafted airport. It's the nation's busiest airport. It should be handcrafted. Also, one more thing, and speaking about Delta, Delta Airlines actually has their museum in Atlanta, the Delta Air Museum. And it features all of Delta's aviation history. Which is the Delta Air Museum. I definitely want to go visit there. If I ever go back to Atlanta, I should visit the Delta Flight Museum. Because they got quite a few really cool exhibits. They got DC-3, they got the 747 as well. So you can actually get inside up close to a 747. We looked at that museum for a few times for our event. Ah, nice. Speaking of which, Evan, I probably need to check Flight Sim Expo 2022. I need to check. Because, yeah, by winning that contest, I also got, I also got the free registration, so I'll keep you noted when that happens. But yeah, I mean, what a crazy day at least for this. It's pretty crazy. Not be sure if we'll be in Atlanta. They don't really like closing down to the public. But it looks like a really cool spot. Yeah, Delta Air Museum, definitely be great. Now, I've been through a couple air museums myself. I've been to twice, I think 3 times actually. I've been to the U.S. Air Force Museum in Dayton. That is awesome air. That's an awesome aviation museum. It's got everything about U.S. aviation history. Delta has everything noted. It has everything from the 1910s, 20s, 30s, World War II era, the Cold War airplanes. That Air Force Museum in Dayton has everything. Next flight, you're flying from Orlando to TCMN. TNCN. Oh, you're flying to Princess Juliana. Princess Juliana, that's a very scenic airport. Yeah, Dayton is a must-seen music place. Absolutely, Dayton's a must. If you love military aviation, Dayton is definitely one of them. The other air museum I've really been to is in Pensacola. That is the Naval Air Museum. That features all things naval aviation. That includes warbirds, like naval bombers, jet fighters from the aircraft carriers. Anything with naval aviation is there. Also, Pensacola is where the Blue Angels train for their shows, and I actually got the special privilege to see the Blue Angels train. And got to see their train show, and they were awesome. And I even got one of my things from them autographed. Oh, I put it right here. This was back a couple of years ago. This is from the Pensacola show, the Blue Angels, and right here is the autograph. Lucky Swan, yeah. I got autographed by one of the pilots that actually flew in that show. But yeah, the Blue Angels are a really talented bunch of lads. Really cool. Yep. Nice. It is. Blue Angels are awesome. If I want, I would definitely want to go back and see them again. How long will we be flying? Baharia. We're we're not gonna be flying for too much longer. We got 433 nautical miles left to go. So that's where we're about 433 nautical miles left to go. For our trip, it will be about it'll be around 300 something nautical miles before we start our approach. I saw them 5 years ago at St. Cloud. Server is East USA. East USA server. East USA Kaharia. So, I'm gonna go check. I got something else special too. Is this? It's the two-tone Murphy panel. Let's bring this up. We're gonna load the ICAO code for the airport. Kilo Mike Charlie. Do you fly much on VATSIM? I have not flown on VATSIM at all, RTX, Evan. I have not flown much. I've not flown at VATSIM. I mean, I could in the future if I wanted to, but VATSIM isn't for me right now. But good question. Let's go with weather information. We need to change that. Just kidding. No worries. VATSIM's not really my thing. I just like to fly for fun. It's a free mod. It is. The Two-Tone Murphy, you have to be a member of the Two-Tone Murphy community, which is the Flying Circus. Be a member here, and you can get the we can get the panel. So let's see our wind. Currently, our wind here for today is 180 at 6 knots, 180 degrees at 6 knots. We have 10 miles of visibility. We have clouds. We have a few clouds at 2,100 feet above ground level, and a few above 25,000 feet per level. So if we can get below, we can get between that. I think that'll be pretty good. Our temperature is going to be 27 degrees Celsius or 81 Fahrenheit. Dew point at 68 degrees, 66% humidity, and altimeter of 30.02 hectoliters of mercury. So there we go. That is our METAR report. Now, if you guys haven't done so yet, I also do have a Discord. Here's my Discord link. And what's really cool too, this thing also comes with a tracker. So I've already registered on Flight Sim. These are flight events. And look at this. There's the flight events. So we're heading our way down. There is that. And here's some airport information. We have 98 feet. No chart. They're gonna come with charts in the future. It says here it's coming soon. So eventually later on, we're gonna get charts and all that coming soon. It's developed by good people at 90 Gnome. He has really been the one doing it. We're gonna get those changes in the future. Those are gonna be added in the future. So don't worry about it. It's not gonna be now, but later. Speaking of which, I think with my VATSIM website, I do actually have charts. We're doing an ILS approach, so let me go get the chart. Let's go. Hopefully it'll still free when that happens. Oh, it'll still be free. It's free for all members. So let me show you on the chart. It's not on my slideshow, but it is here. So this is Sky Vector. So the chart for this is right here. So here's our ILS approach for the chart. And here is another one. This is the airport diagram. So here's the airport diagram of Orlando International. So it sees here we actually are we're landing here at 18. At 18 right, so we'll still be landing over there. Doing pretty good. So there's the airport with the terminals. We have a couple of air terminals. So once we land 18 left, we're going to be into one of the parking spots. Right here, land near one of the gates. So that would be kind of it as well. Yeah, you know, Windy. Oh, yeah, Windy's nice too. Windy does a lot of weather maps and forecasts, so we're going to go to Orlando International. So let's go to Orlando International. So from that, here it is. Here's Orlando. Currently, the weather, this is wind. We're going to go with rain. There's not much rain here today. Here's the wind conditions, which is pretty mild. Wind's mild. Let's go with clouds. So, base, visibility. Visibility looks pretty good. Looks decent. Low clouds. We don't really have much clouds. So it looks like everything looks pretty good here. Me or MSFS? Yeah. So definitely pretty good as well. But yeah, everything looks pretty good. The water looks good, so I don't think we have to worry too much. So let's talk about something else. So let's continue on my research and talk about the UPS hubs here in the US. This is the main UPS hubs here in the US. So UPS hub has quite a few major hubs here in the US. Obviously, I didn't put Louisville because that's obviously the main hub. But UPS has a lot of other hubs. Currently, each day, UPS Airlines flies to over 220 countries, serving 300, including 388 airports in the US. With all sorts of different things. So each of these have different hubs. So Chicago Rockford is actually the second largest hub of UPS Airlines in terms of package volume. And that is 85 miles northwest of Chicago. This air hub directly serves Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York, DC, Michigan, Minnesota, Texas, California, Arizona, and Washington State. In approximately each hour, this facility handles 121,000 individual packages with its 586,000 square foot facility. It also operates a 65,000 square foot freight facility and a 50-acre UPS ramp, which makes Rockford one of the most important airports in the United States for UPS. They also have Columbia Metropolitan Airport. It's the southeastern cargo hub, and it serves most of the southeast, like Alabama, Florida, Georgia. It also serves Hawaii and California as well. Then we have Dallas-Fort Worth is the southwest region hub, which serves most of the American Southwest. And in that facility there serves around 46,000 packages. Then we have Miami International. And most of their service is in Central and South America, but it also handles some packages in the South U.S. Then we have Ontario, and that serves the West Coast, like California, Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, Nevada, Montana, Arizona, and more. And they have their own stuff, and then Philadelphia International serves the East Coast. So that's basically all the different hubs in the U.S. And then internationally, there's quite a few international hubs. There is John C. Munro Hamilton International, which provides the air service for the entire country of Canada. And this facility can handle 6,000 packages every hour. And then there is one in San Juan, Luis Munoz Marin International, which serves a lot of Puerto Rico and the Caribbean. And then in Europe, we have Cologne Bonn Airport. Similar to the Worldport here in Louisville, the Cologne hub has a service area of over 200 different countries. And many of the flights are chartered by the company are originating from here. And second only to Worldport, this hub handles 190,000 packages per hour in its 323,000 square foot facility. And it's actually the second busiest UPS hub worldwide in daily flights. Again, behind Louisville. There's also a UPS hub in the UK. East Midlands Airport is one of them. And then finally in China, there's Hong Kong International, which serves packages in Asia from Europe. It can handle 4,500 packages per hour. Then we have Shanghai International. This facility organizes all UPS packages traveling into and out of China from destinations worldwide, with approximately 17,000 packages per hour. And finally, the Shenzhen Bao International is the last one. And it's actually one of the largest facilities that UPS uses. And they transport that all throughout Asia, handling about 18,000 packages per hour. So these are all the UPS World hubs, where UPS flies to every single day. So that is the ports here at UPS. So kind of a bit of something interesting. But man, she is a beaut. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this today, guys. I'm really liking this turnout. The turnout's been amazing. So if you guys haven't checked out the follow button, don't be afraid to smash that follow button. That would be really appreciated. I mean, so many amazing people here today. I really like the turnout. Thank you guys so much for turning out for today's stream. So I'm hoping that we might head into... I'm about to jump onto a Boston Control shift on Batson. Have a great flight. Evan, seriously, Evan, thank you so much for coming here, and thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. And good luck on your Boston controller shift on Batson. Good luck on that. Boston's quite a busy airport, so you're going to have your hands full, that's for sure. So good luck out there. Take care. No problem, man. And seriously, thank you for coming by. But yeah, and look at that, Cockpit Stick's with me this whole time. Cockpit Stick, seriously, that's impressive flying. Like, one airliner information is amazing. Let me get this picture. Let me get this picture. That is amazing. I gotta say, Cockpit Stick, that is amazing, man. Your flight skills are so good. That's awesome. I love this so much. So, I want to ask you guys in the chat. I hope you guys are currently having a great weekend so far. Like I said earlier, my flight got canceled, unfortunately, due to that multi-hour delay. So, no cruise for me, which is, I'm kind of bummed. But being here with all of you guys have definitely made me feel so much better. You guys made me so much better. I really appreciate it. And to me, it's great to fly something a bit new. I know I'm not Alaska 559, but I mean, I'll do my best in an airliner. So ahead of us, there's a couple names. We're going to be here heading near Jacksonville International. K-Jax. But yeah, I'm having a great time here in this airliner. It's actually nice to do something different. Like, I know I probably said this so many times, but it's just refreshing to do something a little different than my normal GA stuff. Where is your current location in BFA 18 in a jiffy? Here's my closest airport. That's Kilo Alpha Yankee Sierra. That is my closest airport. It's my top right. I usually do this for my GA flights, but I decided to do it here. To Kilo Alpha Yankee Sierra. I'm heading toward, it's right at Raycross Ware County Airport. So I'm flying over there to my right. I'm headed towards Jacksonville. So, what's the ILS frequency? Good question. Let me go ahead. ILS 18 frequency. The frequency? Let me take a look. Orlando Tower, 124.3 or 253.5. That might be the frequency. Let me take a look. ILS frequency, 18 left. Let me go check. Go back to mine. It's actually 18 right. Okay, 18 right. Let me go check. I'm sorry. 18 right. ILS. ILS frequency is going to be DME. I'm sorry. ILS 29418 frequency. I'm sorry. I'm still new to this ILS sort of thing. My apologies. Orlando Tower. 124.3, 2.35 from Orlando Tower. Yeah, it's 2.9. Oh, I see your airport. Okay, I got it. See you in Jacksonville, no worries. Oh, yeah. I apologize, like I said, I'm still new to the ILS, so any help can be appreciated. See you in Jacksonville, no worries. Well, this has been a really good stream today. Just you boosted a few Sonic Booms the F-18. That's awesome. Yeah, F-18 definitely very interesting plane in the sim. The F-18. Hey, Nikki Fitz has just followed. Nikki Fitz, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. So, for guys who are new, I usually do generation aviation stuff, but today I decided to bust out the Kikna, and I'm doing a UPS cargo run from my local international airport of Louisville International. We're gonna head to Orlando. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the fleet. So, UPS Airlines, this airlines has got a fleet of 290 aircraft, and they're all jets. It's an all-jet fleet, meaning no turboprop. This means no turboprops, none of any of that. As it needs all the jet planes it needs, since they're flying everywhere around the world. So, they operate 290 planes. So here's each of the planes in the fleet. There are 32 models of actually 52 Airbus A300-600 RF. Basically, they're retrofitted with new avionics, as they're part of the 600 series. And they are now they're actually designated as the freighter version of the 600R with increased range. As well, which was the A300 was one of the first Airbuses. In fact, this was the original Airbus A300. As well, then there is the 747-400 BCF. Only two of them have been. There's only two of them in service. The BCF model is the Boeing converted freighter. So they converted it from a passenger plane to a freighter. As a result, and then there's the 700-400F, which is just your normal freighter. It's just the normal freighter version, all freight of the 747 with the unique nose door. Put lots of cargo into it. Then there's the 708F, which is the one we're flying here in the sim. In fact, UPS Airlines is the world's largest operator of this plane, with 28 in service. And this freight, has amazing range and carrying capacity. So that is why we're flying that today. There's also the largest number of planes of anyone is actually the 757-200 PF model, and UPS was the launch customer of that version. And basically, the PF version is the production cargo version, and it's targeted at the overnight package delivery market. It can carry up to 15 ULD containers in the main deck, and it can carry lots of cargo, and it can fly up to 3,000 nautical miles, making it quite a popular plane. Then there are 8 models of the 767-300 models. The BCF and the BSDF, the difference between the two variants is basically there isn't much difference, but the ER version is basically the emergency version, I believe. But it's mainly for passenger to freighter conversion. That's what the models were. And then they also operate 72 of the 767-300 Model F freighter planes. And there's going to be 15 more coming. 19 more planes covered from 2023 to 25. 19 more coming. And they have the launch customer version of this plane, and basically the freighter version is the production freighter, and it's currently serving with UPS Airlines since 1995. And basically it can carry 24 88 by 125 inch pallets on the main deck and up to unit load devices on the lower deck, and it can carry around 15,469 cubic feet. In this plane's range, it could go quite a far one, as it could go up to nearly 6,000 nautical miles, and it can cruise up to 39,000 feet. Pretty crazy stuff. And the final plane they have is 42 of the MD-11F models, including the last one ever built. Registration number November 262 Uniform Papa. The last MD-11 ever built. This is also unique, as it's a tri-engine plane, a wide-engine tri-engine plane, and it's been in more than a few accidents and safety problems itself. But this thing can carry quite a bit of cargo, and the cargo version could go around 3,500 nautical miles. So that is the fleet. XBMF Smurfy, good to have you here. I decided to fly the airliners today. Yes, Viper Strike Inagigna. Can this be any more unusual? So, I'm doing well. So that is the fleet of UPS, which is the diverse fleet. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope I'm doing alright for you guys. I know this is something completely different than what I've usually done. I hope you guys are enjoying it. So it's something nice and easy to relax. As soon as we're here, we're gonna drop down. I'm gonna go ahead and start to descend a little bit. I think we're heading pretty close. So we're gonna be, I'm gonna descend to, let's start to 15,000 feet. Let's go ahead and descend. 2,400 feet. So we're going to go ahead and start our descent a little early. But yeah, I'm going to start descending a little bit. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and descend. So let's see who's else here. I see Tantalef EV in the Beechcraft. Oh, I see Jesuit TV. I see him behind me. I see Bobo 204 in the F-18. And I see Kahari up here too. Kahari is with us here. We're gonna, yeah, look up. What do you mean look up? I believe you're around here, Mikaze. This has been awesome, guys. I was not expecting this one today to turn out. The turnout went fantastic. In fact, guys, if you actually like what you're seeing, I might be able to do more of these, actually. I'm going to go ahead and descend. I'm going to lower the speed to 265. Just proceed to slow down the plane a little bit. Oh, there you are, Mikaze. I see you. Mikaze in the Boeing. Oh, you're in the jumbo jet too. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I see you. That is so cool. That's pretty awesome. We're climbing down. But no, we need to descend. I'm going to be climbing down to 7,000 feet. So, yeah, we're delivering lots of cargo today. That's so cool. Oh, I forgot to turn off the runway light. Runway light off, tax light off. Forgot to turn that off. Oh well. But man, this has been a great flight. That's cool. Huh. I see you, HGMC. I see you in the F-18. I see you on your left. Roger that. And I see Kahari here too. Roger that. I see you both. But man, it's great to have you guys here today. This has been great. Hey, Team and Nathan, I'm doing great. I'm doing much better now. My cruise got canceled because of a multi-hour delay flight yesterday, so that's why I'm here streaming. But I'm doing a UPS cargo run from Louisville International at Centerburg Field to Orlando International. It's great to see you too, Nathan. I hope you're doing great yourself. We're going to be heading down to. We're going to be heading to our approach pretty soon. We're going to head through Waypoint Bow. We're going to head to 7,000 feet. So it'll be quite a bit of a descent. Actually, I'm going to go ahead, not down, up. Yeah, we're heading over speed almost, so. But yeah, we're heading to 7,000 feet. That way we can reach the approach, and I can lower the speed a bit. Then I'm gonna have to go to the Ils Frequency and position the plane for the rest of the landing. I hope I do all right with the landing. I mean, I'm still a little new to this. Did you get your money back? Yes, we got our money back. Though I do have good news. We might be heading to me and my family might be heading to Nashville this week, so we get to actually explore the city, the Music City a bit, which I think would be cool. Nashville's a place I never got to visit. Okay, next waypoint. You got the speed brakes armed? Not armed yet. I don't think I need the speed brakes. I guess. I have speed brakes, but they're not armed yet. I guess I can arm the speed brakes. There's Jersey TV. I see you in the E320. This has been pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and turn. Yeah, go and slow down quite a bit, considerably. Gonna go flight level change. $278 knots. Just gonna set the flight level change. Just want to get this thing dropped to 7,000 feet, and then I can manage the speed from here. So I think it'd be a good time for you guys to kind of predict my landing. So if you guys want to do it, it's exclamation point predict, and let's get this 747 down. Then we can start parking this thing. So 11,000 feet. We're doing quite well. Once we get to near 10,000, we're going to go ahead and lower the speed a bit, since I want to still abide by the regulations. I am a law-abiding citizen, so I need to abide by them. We nearly hit 2,000. I know this is a bit fast, which is why I'm deploying the speed brakes. Deploying speed brakes just to slow this thing down a little. Full speed brakes. Just slower. There. Play speed brake. I can't go above 240 feet. Click. And we're going to lower down to 100 to 200. I don't see. The disappearing issue is still occurring. The disappearing problem is still around, unfortunately. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy. Yeah, Gonna deploy a couple stage of flaps. Just keep it within the flat limit. Look at the view here. This is great. Makazi, HDMC, Kafu Stick. We have Kaharia ahead of us. He's Kaharia. Jersey TV in my right. I'm close to land. Awesome. So one final thing before we land. So the final slide for today is going to be Orlando International Airport. Now, it is one of the nation's busiest airports. KMCO is the busiest airport in the state of Florida, and it's the 10th busiest in the U.S. The three words of the ICAO code, MCO, stands for its former name as McCoy Air Base, a strategic air command installation that was closed in 1979. It serves as the hub for Silver Airways and an operating base for JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, and Spirit Airlines. Southwest Airlines is the largest carrier by passengers, but it's also a gateway for the Mid-Florida region with over 850 different flights on 44 airlines. It also serves 135 domestic and international destinations. And at 12,600 acres, it is one of the largest commercial airports in terms of land area in the U.S. This place used to serve as McCoy Air Force Base during the Second World War. It provided unpowered glide tests of the Bell X-1 and from the B-29. But mainly this airbase was used for different bombers and all that. And then it had quite a bit of aviation history. So it flies from Lima, Sao Paulo, Frankfurt, Dubai, London, Paris, Mexico City, Dublin. Aer Lingus actually flies here too, from Dublin. Obviously, Southwest is by far the biggest domestic carrier. So that is Orlando International. That's going to be complete. I think I should be ready to go on an approach mode soon. I think it's... Do you think it's a good time for me to do approach mode? I believe we're getting your approach mode soon. I'm hoping maybe if we get done, we go raid Alaska. He's also flying to Orlando too. So we're in Orlando now. For most people who don't know, Orlando is all right. So once we cross over this waypoint, we should be able to turn left and get to our landing. I see another airfield. This is Orlando's secondary international airport. That is Sanford International. That is Orlando location. Okay to engage. Okay, let's go location mode. Activate it. Lock mode. And I'm going to go ahead and make the flight change. Let's head to 3,000 feet. Okay, location's good enough to engage. We should descend to 3,000 feet. Let's go ahead and change the vertical speed. Around 1,500 feet per minute. When on location, quick approach. Ah, got it. Thank you. Okay, I'm on location. It's not turning right, I believe. It's not turning right, I believe. Let's see, this is the limit. When your heading's on the locator. 185 degrees. Oh, okay, now that makes sense. 185 degrees on the locator. Okay, that makes sense. Like I said, I'm still new. Cockpit stick, thank you. Okay, I think it's time for me to put the... Alright, guys. Okay. Now it's time for me to hit approach mode, then. Go for the approach. Let's go ahead and pull the landing gear. Prepare to engage all throwing. Yep, I'm going to be prepared for that. Let's head to 2,200 feet. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go disengage it soon. Just try to lower to 2,200 feet. Oh, Jersey TV? No worries. This thing also has auto brake too. Yeah, I'll disengage it when it's ready. When I get close to the landing zone. Gonna lower the speed even more. 195 knots. Go lower the speed a little more. Oh my goodness, guys, this is gonna be good. Slow aim for 140 with a full flashing gear. Oh yeah, full flash. I need to turn on lane lights. Lane lights on. We're getting ready to land. Lane lights is on. Let's get ready to land this. Let's get ready to land this big old jumbo jet. This is gonna be cool. Cockpit stick, you've been a huge help. Thank you. Like I said, I'm still new, so I really, really, really appreciate your help, guys. This has seriously been amazing. I'll disengage it soon. I'm just waiting until we get close enough to the ground. Laps. Yeah, flaps, more flaps. Okay, I think it might be a good time to disengage. Disengage autopilot and auto throttle. Oh, oh, off. Oh, medic! Oh, oh, god darn it. No. Okay, let me try this again. Oh. I'm sorry. It went horribly wrong. I'm so sorry. Let me go at this properly. It's 400 feet. I saw it. Yeah, it went horribly wrong. I'm so sorry, guys. Why did it go so horribly wrong? Why did it... Oh, man. Why did it have to be like this? Okay. Guys, there you go. I had a bounce. This will never happen again, I'm sorry. Oh well. I'm sorry, guys, for the accident. My apologies. I probably should have disengaged it much earlier. Don't worry about it. Wrong way, says Captain Art. Hey, we landed here in Orlando. We still made it to Orlando. You know, now we need to get into one of the terminals. Let's find a good parking space. Somewhere in one of the gates. I still need more airliner experience. So, but hey, Disney might want to refund to the merch. Good one, Kaharia. Oh, cargo parking's back to you. Oh, okay. Oh, cargo parking's behind me. Whoops! Again, I still... parking the cargo. Let's turn around, guys. We need to get back to cargo parking. So, where do I put... Okay, we need to turn off our landing lights. And turn on our taxi lights. And this has been a very interesting flight. The ending, everything went so well. The takeoff and landing, the takeoff went so well. The cruise went perfectly. The landing, yeah, it was a cluster. But seriously, I had so much fun with this flight. This has been great. It's great to do something a bit different. And it's right by Captain Art. And that is going to... Okay. We can park our brakes. And we can turn off the engine stuff. We can cut off the fuel. And that's it. That should complete today's flight. And there you go, guys. We did it. We made it to Orlando. Contrary to what you hear, the cargo is perfectly fine here in Orlando, Florida. Welcome to the beautiful tourist capital nation of the world, Orlando, Florida. My very first ever airliner stream. Hey, Dougal. Fun that all that matters, mate. Dougal, great to have you here. Man, what a great time here. Seriously, all you guys have been great so far. Thank you guys so much for accompanying on today's trip. It's a new stream for me, and I had a blast today. It turned out to be a great flight. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me today. All the new follows for some new people. I landed and get 30. I hope I can get more experience with airliners as time goes on. So, oops, you ran into the truck. Medic. But seriously, guys, thank you so much for the flight. So, I may not be here next Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday. So, our next stream will be on Sunday. We'll be traveling to the fjords of Norway, back into general aviation. So, we'll be seeing you on Sunday. We'll be heading to Norway. So, we're going to go ahead and raid Alaska 559. He's doing it. He's also heading to Orlando, like me. Has headed his way to Orlando. He's a really awesome and really cool airline guy. So, I think it'd be great to check him out. A young and very promising flight simmer. So guys, thank you so much for joining me today on this very unusual flight. But everyone, let's hope we stick around and see you all later. ViperStrike 95 is now out.